unfold here. We are ready for...
Oh yeah. Forgot we still have that bug. Hey, how's it going, Bowler Rice? So, trying to figure out why our one of our animations isn't playing correctly, or we have an animation tree, and I'm trying to make it so that we immediately switch into the wall climb animation. Or actually, no, not the wall climb animation. We have to enter the jump animation almost immediately when we enter the jump state from the wall climb. We should immediately enter the jump animation. But for some reason, we're traveling to the jump animation, and what that means basically is in our animation tree, if we are either in the wall slide or the wall climb idle or wall climb, we basically have to travel to either one of these states or into the fall state. Yeah, usually what happens is we travel all the way down to the fall state, and then what I assume is we go into the idle state and then into the jump state. If we look at the output here, we can actually find out. So we go from right over here, we can see I've entered the jump state, and then right after the jump state, we're playing the up dash, and then land normal, and then idle, and then jump. And this is not what we want. So what I'm gonna do is in this exact spot. No, what's strange is that it realizes that we are in the climb state, because this wouldn't print otherwise. What game engine am I using? I'm using Godot. It's spelled like this. Oh, nice. I mean, they're relatively similar. Like, the way it works is, like, we have scene. I think you guys use the word scene differently, stuff like that, but, like, basically how it works is we have a bunch of nodes. Like, you can create your own your own scene. So this is like my player scene, and then inside my player scene I'll have a bunch of other sub scenes, or like their own nodes. So you can save a node as a scene, and then put that scene into my world scene, and then I play the game. I can show you some of the gameplay real quick, since I'm struggling to figure out why our animations aren't playing properly. Hey, how's it going, Sparky? But yeah, this is the game. I'm not gonna play it too much. Do want to figure out what I was hoping to do during this stream was get the pixel perfect animations going for like certain objects. So like, let's see if I can find one. Oh, I also might change the camera all around. I might actually reduce the resolution to match Celeste. I'm gonna do some research, probably in stream, and figure out what is the best resolution. Because right now we're actually just using those default, and I should have thought about this like way earlier, but we have time to figure all of that out. So yeah, I want to get the pixel perfect animations to work where you'll see right here, I'm like increasing and decreasing the size of this sprite here. It's kind of ugly, or it just doesn't match the pixel art aesthetic. I see. Oh, I forgot to add So I'm talking to two people right now, or like Sparky's on Twitch and Polar Rice is on YouTube. Let me add that scene again, where you guys can see the chat. Oops. Yeah, I wanted to enlarge by pixels. Rather than literally increasing the pixels, it's going to change the way this object looks like, but I think that's fine. I think it'll look nicer. I'm hoping it'll look nicer. We're not going to do this for like everything. It's only going to be for specific objects. So like the player won't be pixel perfect, but like background objects that I rotate in game are going to be pixel perfect, stuff like that. And we're going to have to figure out like the perfect combination of like the camera size. The way you do it in Godot is like there's like this like you have to add a viewport to your game, but like it's very strange. You have to like add a camera to your viewport, and then you're gonna have to have two cameras in your game, one for the player and then one for the background. So yeah, there's a weird way of going about it, but if you want to have a non-pixel perfect character and then a pixel perfect background, that's the only way you can do it with Godot. Another alternative is just to put it on everything, but then the camera movement might look a little strange, especially like like when the camera follows the player, it's gonna like jitter a little bit. We don't want that. But yeah, there's a lot to do. And I'm still struggling to figure out why we can't switch to the jump animation from you know what it might be? Let me see. So if our current state is state.jump. You know what I could try doing? Maybe it's that current state is not updating. I'll just change this to state for now. Match state, and then depending on what state we're in, it should update properly. But the thing is, we were getting this to properly play. So in our enter state function, I'm just going to put this on the bottom just in case. I'll just put it 2 times. Actually, it seems like it's working now. So it seems like that underscore state wasn't. I guess it wasn't the correct state. That was like being recorded. All right, so I think we can get on with the next thing. Um, we do have a bunch of transition animations. I don't know if I want to work on that just yet. I would like to start working on the pixel perfect thing, but it's going to be a lot of like trial and error. Yeah, if you'd like to playtest, it's on my itch page. There are a decent amount of bugs playing like in the background, but there's nothing. I don't think there's anything that'll break the game. So yeah, if you go into here, I'll just send the link. And I just updated the page like 2 days ago. Yeah, thanks. Let me know if you find any bugs. There are a few. Like there's one bug in the game, and that's one bug that I found was that if you dash downwards and there's something below you, you actually get stuck in the bounce state. So let's see if I can get it to work. Yeah, there we go. So right now we're actually, I believe we're in the bounce state. And honestly, what I could do I'm not gonna figure it out right now. Look at it actually. I'm like scared to work with the perfect pixel art at the moment. So I don't know how it's gonna work out. We're gonna have to test it in a new scene, and then from there I'll work on it some more. But yeah, we're also gonna want to mess around with like the default camera size, and right now we have like an unorthodox camera size or like resolution. So I'll have to figure out what to do there. We might even have to like redesign all the levels based on that. Yeah, let me see if I can fix that bounce bug. It's just a matter of changing our state from the bounce state. So let's go into state logic. This is basically how I handle each of the states. So like if the player's in the idle state, they have access to all of this code, and then based on certain variables, like if your motion increases, then you switch into the move state, or if you press the jump button, then you enter the jump state, etc. And we have one for like all of our states. So go into so from the dash state, if you hit a wall or if you hit the floor, that's when you enter the bounce state. And then from our bounce state, where is it? It's right here. if we're on the floor, if is on floor, if not is on floor, then we enter the fall state. So there's nothing to check. I'm assuming can slide is false here. Let's see. Yeah, can slide is false here. So what we could do is if we could check if we are on the floor, but we want to make sure that our motion is we're not moving up. So we'll say if is on floor and motion.y is we want to say greater than or is less than 0 or is not less than 0. Then we'll change our state to the false state or the idle state. This should fix it, I hope. Oh yeah, so yeah, now we're in the idle state again. So it should work perfectly fine. There still might be, it's not necessarily a bug, but sometimes we might not switch to the correct state. So like, let's say that happened right here. In this like little corner here, it's possible that I'll enter the idle state before entering the slide state, but I don't think it's too big of a deal. It's such a rare case, like nothing really happens. If we look at our output here, you see current node, let's get rid of this, current animation node. Oop. Still playing. Yeah, there we go. We're fine now. We can actually keep the keep this here. I'd like for it to print the current animation that we're playing, just at least for now, while we're still debugging. Let's see here. Oh, our display. Alright, I guess we could start working on the pixel perfect stuff. I'm gonna do some research on what is the best resolution. Let's see. So, I mean, there's Celeste resolution, which is 320 by 180. Let's see. So it seems like 320 by 180 is probably the go-to.
I fall in love too easily.
Why is it in incognito? Because I don't know what's like in my history and stuff, and I don't know. I don't want to show. I'm not like too careful about hiding my identity and stuff like that, but if I can like try my best to hide it, I will.
I fall in love too easily.
So like yeah, just in case I click on a Reddit link or something like that.
I fall in love too terribly.
Which I am right now.
For love to ever last.
It seems like 320 is like the go-to. But that means that
I fall
we're definitely going to have to change a lot of our rooms up because we're like maybe let me see what each of our rooms are.
I fall
Each of our rooms are 384, so that's about 64. We're about 64 pixels too large. So we're gonna have to like cut half of these rooms and manipulate the camera. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna back everything up. Blah, blah, blah.
for love to ever last. I fall I fall
And we'll go into our world for now. Actually, project settings. Was it 180? 320 by 180? Actually, we can change our test width and height to double that. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't usually go into incognito unless I'm streaming. Okay, so I mean, if we run this, I think we're gonna be super zoomed in right now. Our camera size is a little strange. Let's do 320 times 3. And then 80 times 3. Yeah, we're gonna be super zoomed in. I'm gonna go into our world here. So, do you want it from its current state, Sparky, or do you want it for what it might change into? I think I'm definitely going to change it. Look at this. It's funny. We're gonna have to change a lot of things here. Okay, I'll do that real quick. So that means I'll have to go back and change our camera. This is technically our first room, but I've been ignoring it. I do want to do something here, but like this might be our spawn room at the beginning of the demo, but right now it's just been this one because I don't know what to do with this room just yet to make it look nice. So what was our original result? Was it this? We'll try 1024 by 600. Let's see what that gives us. Oh, we're gonna have to zoom in again on our camera. I'm not sure if I can screenshot it. Maybe I can. Let's see. What did we do here? Still zoomed in a bunch. Maybe it wasn't 1024 by 600. Let's look here. Oh, it was 1920. 20 by 1080. Okay, so if I window snip. This is not what we wanted. I think we could do this. Try setting the width to 384 by 216. I thought Celeste was 320 by 180. 384 I think is what we have. So, I mean, yeah, this is the same. This works actually. This is. There might be some extra lines down here. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can just. And I have to fix that bar that comes down. Should make it relative to the camera rather than. I think I put it in not in the scene itself, but on our canvas layer, and the canvas layer is like actual pixel size. Let's see what I can do here. Load window snip. I think this will work. I have a screenshot of the game. It doesn't include this here. Maybe if I make it into full, we can make it borderless. Okay, yeah. Here's a new screenshot. I'll send it to you on Discord. But yeah, I think we do want to change this. Change it around a bit. I'm gonna try 320 by 180. We'll make a new room, like new testing area, see how it goes. And we'll do 1920 by 1080. Just to see how it goes. Actually, let's divide this by 2. And yeah, what is nice about 320 by 180 is that like it fits into like the standard screen size, so it'll like it'll scale really nicely. Like right now, what happens with my game, like with the resolution in my game, is that the side borders, like right here and right here, kind of get cut off. Not cut off, but there's like an extra border on the side. And originally, I thought that would be a cool idea, like if we were more square. But I don't think it's a good idea anymore. Okay, so yeah, let's make a new scene. Just call it World 7. Let me see what World 6 is. And we'll duplicate World 6 and make a World 7. Let's have one of these rooms here. Yeah, I do have a color palette. Here, I'll ping you. Okay. Let me grab a fun room for us to test out. Do this one here. This is room 53. Okay, so some of the code in our game also needs to be changed. The way the camera follows the player. Originally, I have it so that we have boundaries set up, and those boundaries are like based on our pixels or like the resolution of our game. I'm wondering if I want to start doing that now, or maybe I want to make another version of the camera. That way, if we mess up, maybe we can go back. Let's see here. Where do I do this? I think we do this in the... So right here, the center of our camera is 191, which is false. And I think our world is what manipulates the camera movement. Let's see. Camera. Bounds. Node position plus node.min_y. Let's see what min_y is. Or see what max_y. Or max_x actually. Max bounds. Remember that max bounds.x is equal to node position.x plus max plus 8. Okay, so I think how I have it set up, this was, I did this such a long time ago, so it's hard to remember, but I think what I do is I determine the max bounds of our room based on the tiles, the tile map of each of our rooms. Actually, let's see. Yeah, max y, max x plus 8. Yeah, we multiply the amount of tiles in our room. Yeah, it's 8 by 8. Let's try to figure out how we want to. You know, I'm gonna make a new room. And we'll keep it at 320. So what's 320 divided by 8? 40. So our max size on the room on the x-axis is gonna be 40 tiles. So I'm gonna duplicate room 57. Or what was this? Room 53. Let's duplicate this. $76. Chev. I never. How do you pronounce your name? Chevy Fier? Chevy Fier? I'm doing well, man. Hey, and it's apocalyptic. How you doing, guys? Everyone from the Chevy Fire. Okay. So yeah, I'm just working on polishing everything up, but we're actually thinking to change the resolution of our game. Right now, the x-axis is at 384. I'm thinking to reduce it to 320 just so that everything's consistent, but that means changing up like everything in our game, which is going to be kind of frustrating. Including like each of our rooms. All of our rooms are going to be a lot thinner now, which would be, I mean, it still could look nice. And I mean, another thing we could also do is have the camera follow the player on the x-axis. Right now, all of our rooms are bound on the x-axis. So unless you switch to another room, that's the only time it moves. But it would look kind of strange if we're just like bouncing back and forth. Unless I had like a bunch of rooms that allowed us to move back and forth. Yeah, it's kind of. We'll have to figure it out. But we have time. Ever since that publisher declined me, I have a lot of time to figure out what we need to do to like make our game perfect. How are your projects going, guys? Yeah, it does sound like something I should have done earlier on. I guess I don't know. I thought I had the right idea. I mean, it could still work, but we are just testing it out. We'll see. I'm kind of like I kind of want to just like full send it with the new resolution, but yeah, I don't know, man. Let's see here. Room 77. It might not be too bad actually. It's just a matter of making all of our rooms slightly thinner. But yeah, it is going to be slightly frustrating to fix. Since we have like almost 100 rooms. I'll probably do most of like the editing off stream just because I know it's going to be very tedious. Like, you know, shrinking every room, and then, you know, the only thing is like, I think it will make the rooms more exciting though, because now there's going to be like a lot, everything's going to be more cluttered in, but I think it'll be more fun. There's less, you know, free movement and more like jumping involved. So I'm not gonna redesign this whole room right now. I'm gonna just make it stick to the the new bounds, and we'll test it out. I think we're gonna have to change some of the code in our camera here. I don't know if I use this center variable anymore. Let's see. No, I don't think we do. But yeah, the camera bounds are gonna change a bit. Oh, but I don't think it matters because we do it. We determine it based on the amount of tiles we use. So let's see. Let's run our game. Okay, so not yet. Doesn't work just yet. You'll see here we like spawn. There's still all this extra space here. Yeah, I did. I call it a room switcher, but it's actually a teleporter. I mean, not a teleporter. It's a checkpoint. I called it a room switcher. This was our original checkpoints in the game, but in the later levels, it gets kind of hard. So I should probably change this to checkpoint. But the code is basically the same. I basically check if we're in a different room, it switches the camera, but if we're not, it just doesn't run that code. So it's technically a checkpoint, both a checkpoint and a room switcher, or camera switcher, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, but we can just delete it. Let's figure out why we aren't in the center here, or we're not covering this part of the room. Min bounds plus center. Okay, so just grab our calculator. What's 320? That's 160. So we just do that. So that didn't change anything just yet. It says our max is still 376. Let's see. Trying to figure out why your selection system is broken. What do you mean by that? Yeah, that might be a good idea. Honestly, there are a lot, like, it would make a lot of sense. I mean, since we have all this time, I might refactor everything just because, yeah, like some of this code, some of this code is like almost 2 years old. This was actually like the second game I made. Like literally, this was the second game I made, and I just kept building and building on top of it. Like I've done other projects, and I guess like my structure is a little bit more organized now, but yeah, a lot of the code in this game is kind of sloppy, and I kind of just like go with the flow. So like if something works, I'm like, okay, it works. Let's get on with the next thing.
Oh, I wake up with a headache. I think I might
Sure,
have slept late last
Slate
night.
on
Put my face in.
my window. not update these rooms? Let's see here. Room 77 in World 7. We did not. Oh, glad you like it. It's a on Spotify. It's called Streaming Background Playlist.
This is that once in a lifetime.
Ah, I see. Oh, and this is so yeah. This is what the resolution can look like now. It's slightly more zoomed in. It's a little overwhelming for me, I guess, because I'm so used to being zoomed out. But this could work. And honestly, it just means what's nice about this new resolution is that in the long term, it means less designing for me. The rooms are smaller, so like I don't have to go above and beyond for each of these rooms. Yeah, I kind of like it, to be honest. It does mean changing about 75 rooms, but it might be worth it. And with that, the main reason why I wanted to change it to 320, or like this wasn't the main reason, but another thing that we wanted to do was make some of the animations in our game pixel perfect. So if you look over here on this falling platform, when I jump down, or when I jump on it, it like rotates. We'll have to fix that from happening. But when it rotates, it's like, it's not pixel perfect. It kind of just matches, it just rotates on its own. Like it doesn't look like pixel art at that point. Oh, I'll check it out. What exactly are you using? Like, what are you using the trig for? Trigonometry for? What's actually kind of interesting is that now that we are using this resolution. Oh wait, what? I don't know if you guys can tell, but it does actually rotate. It seems like it's rotating properly now that we have that resolution. And I mean, like, let's see. Oh, look at that. I didn't think this would happen. But everything is pixel perfect at the moment. Maybe I might be a little slow. I don't know why I didn't think of this. So that does mean that maybe our movement is a little strange now. A solar system minimap. I see. I'll have to look at the video you posted. Let's fix this camera thing going on here. It's kinda crappy. Off-screen marker. believe it's these things here. Celeste goes for 6 times the res, some goes for 5, and some goes for 4. That makes everything pixel perfect. So do you mean like? So I remember looking up the Celeste resolution, and they said it was 320 by 180. Just look up Celeste resolution. It says it's 320 by 180, but I mean, so the thing, the thing you could technically do with your game is you could increase the resolution so that everything is perfect. Yeah. And I think I looked it up right here. Let's see. Oh yeah, in this Twitter post, this random Twitter post I found, they said use 640 if possible, but this is obviously just a yeah. I mean, this is just a multiple of this here. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's why 320 is kind of nice. If we use the original one, I mean, it could still scale perfectly, but we're gonna have like borders on the side, which is, I don't think, ideal. It'd be nice to use some more math in like my games. Like, I mean, there is some like a decent amount of math with like gravity to physics, how I determine like the jump height and stuff like that. But I really like using like your Chev is working on a like a space game. I love dealing with like orbits and like other gravity and stuff like that. I made like a small 2D game dealing with gravity, and I had a blast. I want to keep working on it and make like a really small game. I see 384 times 186, or by 186 times 5 is 945. What do you think, Sparky? I mean, we could stick with 384, but part of me does like the 320 just because. Yeah, I get the point. Honestly, the x-axis is the most important. I do like 320. I really do like 320. At least looking at it right now. I don't know if it's because it's new. And, you know, every time I see something that's similar to Celeste, I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I'm gonna do a tutorial on 3D line render. Okay. Yeah, less res does mean less work, less to do, like less work and like simpler, not simpler rooms, but like more to put in a, like there's less space of, like, you know, for each room I have to add, what is that? 320 by 64. So I have to add, 64 more pixels of work into the game, and 64, like that's literally this entire section right here. And if we have 100 rooms, that's already, a lot. And it's also like on the vertical axis too, so it only exponentially grows or multiplicatively, but it's still a lot. Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, I this is like one of the first few times that I started to stream. I used to stream a bunch on Reddit, but they've been acting, or like their servers have been super weird, so I'm switching over to Twitch/YouTube. But yeah, I'm probably, I try to make it a habit to at least stream twice a day. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. And good luck with work, man. Yeah, they have streaming on Reddit. It used to be very, very popular. Like, I would get so many views. At least once a week, I remember I got like 500,000 views. But it's been so bad lately. Like, their servers always crash. There's connection issues between my computer and my computer and their servers. It's just terrible. I'm hoping that they fix it eventually. I would love to stream. I like streaming on Reddit just because there's like a bunch of strangers on there who are like really cool and they're like super enthusiastic about my game. It's kind of like motivating. I mean, this is also motivating to talk to because people see that I'm streaming on Discord. Obviously, I get more game devs who watch my stuff, which is cool to get feedback and stuff like that. Both are good. They're both good for their own reasons. Yeah, I like the idea of switching to 320 by 180. It's gonna be a lot of work to switch all of these rooms, but I think it'll be worth it at the end. And it gives me stuff to do. Alright. So let's fix these color rects. I believe it's these ones here. Let's delete them. I believe it's these two black lines here, but I'm not entirely sure. Hide letterbox. Show letterbox. Oh yeah, it is these things here. I'll see you, Chef. See you on Discord too. So our test width is going to be, actually no, this doesn't matter. Let's not make it borderless anymore though. So I wonder what our portals look like now. Not our portals, our dash orbs. Add it to this room here. And so now that I don't have to account for like, oh, whoops. Oh. So now that I don't have to really account for like pixel perfect animations, just because our resolution is already so low, we can start focusing on other things. Probably more of the animations and more level design. I think, honestly, now that, yeah, this won't hurt us too much because I was planning on redesigning our first chapter anyway. Just making it like slower and like introducing mechanics in like a, I don't know, in like a better manner for like new players and stuff like that. It'll give us the perfect opportunity, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone. Oh crap. And I do like the way the particles look now. We can actually maybe put more emphasis on them now that they're kind of doing their own thing. Oh wait, is this the right room? Why are we still able to like jump through here? Oh, it's because this room is still named room 53, when it should be room 77. And also, the shadows look pretty cool too. We don't actually have any shadows set up for our... Oh, we're also gonna have to fix the pause menu. Alright, all in time. All in due time. And I wonder if like the movement is gonna be slightly stranger now.
I'll get straight to the point. I found marijuana in the house. While I never thought of myself as the type of father who'd have to drug
I'm not
test
sure.
his kids, I'm willing to do just that if that's what it takes to find out who brought a joint into this house.
Dad, Lucy found something too.
I feel like I'm not used to this, where like I keep dying in like weird spots. I thought of a cool animation for the dash. Instead of him like right now, he looks like really suave when he like dashes. If that makes sense, like he kind of goes like dabs almost when he dashes. But you know how like ghosts move, where they're kind of like wavy. It'd be cool to maybe make it look like that. Oh, but look at that! I do like the way this animates now. Oh, and for some reason our player isn't animating anymore. Hey, how's it going, Runjin or Stet? How you doing, man? Glad to have you here. Yeah, that is strange. Our climb animation doesn't work anymore. Oh man, you gotta get some sleep. Or just pop a few caffeine pills. Oh hell yeah, congrats man. So we need to figure out why our animations aren't playing anymore. Let me see if it still works on this world. I don't understand why it would change. We didn't mess around with the animations today. Or maybe, you know what it might be? We did switch it when we did mess around with it on the change states. Let's figure out what's going on there. Yeah, we're getting some weird stuff going on there. It does play fine on the slide state. Yeah, I don't even know what I would do without it. Half of my life is on the computer. More than half, honestly. I think I spend time that I woke up at 11 today, and yeah, for most of my say I went to sleep at around 2 last night. Easily at least 12 hours. Maybe around 10 hours of my life is in front of this screen. Oh, nice. So you're on Alfonso. You're on YouTube now. I'm curious. How does it like? I'm noticing that everyone from like Rungeon server is going on YouTube, but then my other friends on other Discords are going directly onto Twitch. Does it like give you an option? Because like when I click on my profile, it says that I'm going on like it gives me a link to my YouTube rather than my Twitch, but I'm streaming to both. Makes me wonder. I see. So yeah, what I mean is like here, like when I click on my profile here, it says I'm streaming. You know, sometimes it switches actually. Yesterday it said I was live on YouTube, but like both of my profiles. Oh well, I'm on streamer mode. Hey, how's it going, JR? I should drink some juice. I think I'm lacking some vitamin D from not leaving the house all day. So yes, let's try to figure out why our animations aren't playing anymore. I'm fairly confident it's because of our change state here. Oh, Chev, I didn't realize you said something earlier. My bad. I thought you put a question mark, and I thought you were questioning what I was asking earlier. But do I drop rooms that I don't use in my game? I don't. I used to do that. Now what I do is I like all of the rooms are instanced like the second you join the game, but all of the objects in the game aren't. So like all of the processing and they're hidden like. So like if I'm in this room here, all of the objects in these rooms are like frozen. So like nothing's happening in these rooms until you actually enter the room. But there's one thing I think happens, and that's I think the ready function still runs in each of these rooms. So like the second you start the game, these rooms do get ready for a split second, or like, you know, everything gets ready. Yeah. And then what happens when you die is I create a new instance of the room just to like reset everything. So like, I mean these temporary platforms, they do respawn, but if you die, it respawns and it's like it never fell. It never fell. Yeah, set process to false. And I think I do one other thing. I think I set visible to false. I think there's better ways to optimize it. I just haven't just yet. I did have this alternative way of doing things where I was thinking of making it so that we at the start of the game, we'll record each of these rooms, and then kind of basically make like a link tree between each of these rooms. So I'll only process this room. If I'm in this room, I might only process this room and this room, and then if I'm in this room, I'll only process this room and this room. But yeah, I didn't really have a need to, just because yeah, like the game is so small that there's almost no point. Yeah, I did something similar when I first started making this game. Every room was its own scene, so like, you know, every time you hit one of these, I would have like a signal. Basically, you look here. I mean, it's still pretty organized where I can do it that way, but like, you know, everything is named room 1, you know, room 0, room 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you exited room 0, it would just, you know, change the scene to room 1. But I wanted to give the player the ability to go back. And I think it might have gotten ugly if I did this, just because I was hoping to have... there might be a room with different entrances. So, like, you know, maybe we have an exit here, but I might want to have an exit somewhere here eventually. How are you going to manage thousands of asteroids on screen at the same time? I remember doing a bullet hell, and you know, when you have too many complicated objects in your game, and like even with like one line of code, it can become like super laggy. But I remember, I mean, maybe you already know this, but like, you should have like a different, like, maybe you want your asteroids just to be a simple object, you know, with just the name, and then you have object, yeah, is it object pooling? I don't know the name of it. But yeah, like, you'll have like a parent node control the movement of all of those objects. Alright, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, we were working on the animations. So yeah, I have this change state. I have two animation tree functions. One that handles it while we're this one is always getting ran in like the physics process, and then we have this one for when we change into specific states. Right now we only handle the climb state and the jump state. If we're in the slide or climb state, I basically make it so that we immediately start the jump animation. But what's really weird about this is that, well, it does work when we enter the climb state, but when we enter the jump state, it doesn't work properly for some reason. I have two lines of code. I have this running at the beginning of our function, and then at the end of our function, because I can figure out why it wasn't working. I'm gonna try erasing it and see what happens. Or you know what? Let me try erasing the one at the end first. I keep missing your guys' messages because like the chat's so small here. Oh, using a physics 2D server. know, one thing I really like about the Rungeon server, and I mean the YouTube channel, is that you guys like don't find solutions online, so you're like, hey, let me make a tutorial on it. It's very, very admirable. I'd like to do that too if I could find something revolutionary. I tried making a tutorial on like some of the Godot physics. Like some of it is very strange, like some of it doesn't work, especially for pixel art. But I couldn't even figure out what to do there. Like, I think there's something wrong with Godot at the moment, with physics. I mean, it's not a huge thing. It's just that some of the like objects don't sync up. Alright, so I think we erased it. Let's try it again. Oh wait, let's run it in our new world here. So yeah, we're like stuck here now. Huh. Figure out what's going on. Yeah, I think it'll grow with time. Godot's still like relatively new compared to all these other engines.
You missed my call last night. Got me wondering.
So we'll get more YouTubers. How am I handling the camera bounds? So the bounds are based on the room size, at least right now. We might change that. So like, so you'll see here at, well, actually no, I'm actually working on that right now. Like I'm changing it around, but you'll see here that this room is 320 pixels wide, and then in my camera, my world here. I'll see you around, Chev. Or is it in our room code here? Okay, yeah, so I handle it in each of our rooms. So I have this function called calculate bounds. I grab the max, like the cell that's all the way to the right, or like the max X of the tile that's all the way to the right, the max tile that's all the way to the left, the one that's all the way on the bottom, and the one that's all the way on the top. I multiply that by 8, and then I think in our world, that's where we tell our camera to like fix the bounds. So yeah, right over here. So limit top is equal to that node's position, the room's position, or the room's max Y and min Y. That makes sense. I could send you over the code if you want it, and then I run this move camera function. Yeah, and then I multiply it by 8. How's it going, Rosamek? Rosamek, everyone's on YouTube now. Yesterday it was the other way around. Yeah. Okay, so one of the reasons why our jump animation isn't playing properly is actually because of this here. Oh wait, no, it shouldn't matter. We do check if we are in the climb animation or wall climb, idle, or any of these. So it makes me wonder why we're not playing the animation. Or actually, wait, let's see. Climb. You have an object that you place for the top, right, and another for the bottom. And then, yeah, when the player enters the level. Yeah, I mean, that's another way to do it. But yeah, I think using the tile map is kind of nice because you'll get the perfect size. The only thing is I can't do something like, I guess the only drawback with my room is that if I put, like a random tile, like right here, all the way up, like right there, it's gonna screw up the entire game. So I just have to make sure I don't do that. Welcome, Lupus. Oh, or Lepus, my bad. So yeah, what did we do? We did something that made our animations not play anymore, or our jump animation does. Or actually, wait, no, our climb animation doesn't play anymore. Let's print this out. I'm gonna fix this room, or maybe spawn ourselves somewhere else so I can actually test this out. Just put a wall here. Should switch to wall climb. So this animation does play, or the if statement's correct. I think it just has to do with our animation tree. You know, every time I'm really considering removing the animation tree because it's starting to get a little frustrating here. If we, let me see. Let's comment this out for now. So we're in, our current animation is wall climb idle. So from the wall climb idle, we should be able to travel to the wall climb animation. Let's look at our animation tree again. Oh yeah, it does need some cleaning up. It's not a tree, it's an animation spiderweb. Yeah, maybe, Renjin, I actually have a question for you. How do you handle animations for your game? Do you just use the animation player and then like you handle switching between animations like in code? Because that's what I did originally, but now I have like a bunch of transition animations and I thought it would make my life easier, but from the looks of it on the surface, it doesn't look that much easier. Unless maybe I understood how it worked from the start and then maybe maybe it being this complicated wouldn't be an issue, but yeah, there's something about animation trees that I think I'm not understanding just yet. But yeah, I mean, this is the issue here. We're in the wall climb state, and it should be traveling to well, we're in the wall climb idle, and then it should be switching to wall climb, but nothing happens. But, you know, let me try removing. Okay, yeah, that's what I did too, originally. Maybe I'll switch back to that. Hey, welcome back. Okay, Tay. Yeah, you know what? I might just do the same. I might scratch all of this. I mean, it's not scratching. It's just I use an animation player though. I think it's a little easier for me to like edit the animations and stuff like that. But yeah, with the code, it might be easier to handle. Yeah, honestly, it has been a repeated issue. Like, yesterday I fixed one issue, but now today there's another issue with it. And I mean, I could try, like, the reason why I wanted to switch to an animated tree was just because, it was just something new to learn. And I thought it would be cool to try out, but yeah, it's been giving me a bunch of trouble. Let's go back into our code here. Into our enter state. I think the main issue here is that, like, you can, in the animation tree, you can travel to animations, or you can start an animation, and let me just comment this out. And I really don't know, but something about switching animations and playing or starting animations has been giving me certain result that I don't want. Oh, but we're still stuck here. Like, it's still not playing. And it's strange because it does say that we are playing the animation. Or it's like the if statement to say that it's playing the animation is true. So yeah, it's definitely like something about an animation tree that I'm not understanding. Yeah, you could do blend. You could blend stuff in animation trees. Let's see here. Yeah, you can make a blend tree. Blend space 2D, add state machine, stuff like that. It's like everything. You know, we might just go with the with just using the animation player. It shouldn't be too much work. We already have a function for animations. Player animation here. I would just check what state the player's in. Do you have, I have a question for you, Ranjan. Do you have, like, transition animations in your game, too? Because I think that was that definitely was the main reason why I tried using an animation tree. Is it possible that the states are switching back and forth? No, it's, I mean, I don't think so, because it's still stuck on the same like I was trying to debug it, and it seemed like it was still stuck on the same animation. Like it doesn't like there's no code running the animation over and over again or anything like that. So yeah, that was the only thing appealing to me for the animation tree, was the transitions, or like adding transitions would be slightly easier, because otherwise I would have to like include a bunch of variables checking for like you know, I would have to play one animation, check if that animation was done. If that animation is done, then I switch to the next animation. So yeah. You were thinking it was doing wall climb and then wall climb idle quickly between one another. I've done that myself. Here, let's try it out. Okay, so this is our animation tree. It's running in our physics process. We grab the current animation node, and then our old animation node, and then we just match any one of our states, and then over here, this is our climb state. If there's any move input, we change to the wall climb animation. And this is only if, you know, maybe I can get rid of this. I mean, I could get rid of it, and it shouldn't make a difference since we're traveling. Let's see, maybe that. I don't think this will fix it, just because this was already returning true. Didn't really matter. But yeah, here's the main if statement. If move up, we switch to this. If move down, we switch to this. And then if we're not doing anything, we do the wall climb idle. And if I run it. Here, let me print out what our animation is. So wall climb idle. Oh wait. We are stuck on wall climb idle for some reason. I'm fairly confident it is. And we'll find out right now. Yeah, so you'll see here there is when I move up, I'm like spamming it right now, but move up input is true. Do you have a print before that switch statement to check if there aren't any states besides? Do you have a print before that switch statement to check if there aren't any other states besides wall climb? I'm not sure what you're asking. So yeah, I mean, right now I'm checked, like, this print statement right here only prints when I'm in the climb state. And by the way, there's no difference between the wall climb idle and wall climb state. Like, they're both the same state. It's just that I want to print the same, a different animation for each of those. So these are like my player states, but then I also have the animation states. And so, like, right over here, like, animation state.travel is what I use to, like, switch to another animation. And so, like, yeah, this code gets ran, and then there are all these other if statements. But this one prints true, so we're completely ignoring these two at the moment. Let me see something. If there's any wall climb idle. Yeah, this is only for jump. Change animation. Oh, wait. This was still here. I think we might have figured out why it wasn't working. Oh, there we go. So it was like something I added when I was debugging, and I completely forgot to remove it. So I mean, it does work, and it only gives us another issue now, and that issue is that now when we go from the climb state to the jump state, you'll see in the print statements. Let me remove all this spam. Yeah, thanks for the help, guys. Actually, no, we'll keep this here. Let's remove this here. So our current animation is wall climb, and then straight from, let's see here. When we go from the climb state to the jump state, it immediately plays the up dash animation, or it basically travels to the jump animation instead of starting it. So if we go back into our new animation. We actually want to change this to start, run, jump, instead of, I think that might actually fix everything. It does, wow. There we go. It's crazy how, you stare at the same code for like several hours. Like I was staring at this yesterday for a long period of time, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. And the next day, it's like Mickey Mouse stuff, Mickey Mouse math. Or logic, for that matter. I think there's one issue with using the small resolution, and that's that, like, if I'm not mistaken, we do move 1 pixel at a time now. And I don't know if that messes with the movement, like, with like some of the jumping around. I'll have to see what other games do about that. Like, is every animation always pixel perfect, or is it like there's some leniency with? Oh, we have to fix this too. I don't know if you guys can see that. We go from we travel to the jump state rather than going straight into it. Pixel perfect. So what I mean is, like, originally when my resolution was really high, or like much higher than it is right now. Right now it's at 320 by 180. You'll see that like my feet right now are like the pixel of my player's foot matches the exact pixel of the player right here, or the ground right there. And then if I move, I mean, I don't think I can. Let's see if I can can't really move 1 pixel at a time, but sometimes I can't really tell it right here. Like, we might move an extra pixel rather than getting the perfect position like that's supposed to be represented, if that makes sense. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, the platforms are pixel perfect now, so yeah, sure. And I mean, like everything is pixel perfect now, and it was actually a lot easier to do than I thought. I thought I was gonna have to um, like hack some things around, but yeah, it's fine. But yeah, the only thing that does make me that makes me consider if any changes need to be made is the player's movement. If having pixel perfect animations um, makes the game look a little strange, or like it doesn't look as responsive as it should be. Yeah, you'll get a squashed or stretched pixel. I've actually had that for a long period of time. So I guess maybe it's fine. I'll have to see what other people think about it. Alright, so let's figure out what was the animation we needed to fix. Oh yeah, like going from the jump to the climb, I think. Oh, you know what it is? I think it's the bounce to the climb. So if we bring our player back down, or maybe go over here. Yeah, it's from the bounce to the climb that the animation doesn't play properly. I'm glad you like it. Here, it's like a regular playlist for like streaming. Just so that YouTube or Twitch doesn't remove you from their platform. Like copyright free music basically, or music that's free to use on streams. Streaming background by Fizz Pop! Exclamation and exclamation. I'll Keep You Safe by Sagun. You play the Joji playlist. Is Joji completely free? You just use game music. Game music makes sense. As long as they allow you to. But yeah, actually game music would make sense, because if you're playing it in a game and you're showcasing a game, or like you're playing a game, then you can't get banned from that. Joji Radio even. Okay. I don't know, Rajan, that sounds a little risky. Because if you're playing some song by an actual artist, or a popular artist, I feel like YouTube could like if the song is on like Vivo or something, I would stay away from it. That's just me. I don't know. I'm just scared to get removed from their platform. Yeah, it's much less common. I would be afraid of anything from Nintendo though. I feel like Nintendo wants to get you for anything. Maybe they're lenient with streams, but yeah, I would be scared of it. I mean, I think we do have some Zelda songs that play from time to time. Check Discord. Oh, that looks pretty cool, man. These look sick. I'll show it on the stream. Sparky made these, or Alfonso made these. They look awesome, man. Totally be down to add this to the game. Alright, so, with this new animation player, it makes me... There's certain things that make me wonder if, I should be optimizing this code. So like for the animation tree, originally how I had animations play was I would only play the animation when we entered a new state, but now we have all of these new animations playing when we're in or in the same state. So like for example, the wall climb and the wall climb idle, we're still in the climb state, and yet we're changing around the animations, and so it makes me wonder if I'm optimizing it properly. I don't really know. Like, I don't think it's gonna make our game lag in any way. Like, most computers are able to handle it, but it just makes me wonder, like, if I'm doing something wrong. Because, you know, now we're iterating through, like, all of the, like, I mean, it's only, like, one or two if statements, but right now I'm gonna try to see, you know, when we enter the climb state, and I mean, that's why I have the change state animation tree. I was hoping to handle starting certain animations or like rushing certain animations to play with this function here rather than putting everything in here. I'm gonna try putting it in here, and we'll no, you know what? I'm gonna try running this code again. It did give us some issues, but maybe we can figure out why it wasn't working. So what we'll have to do is, this is on the climb state. So what happens is when we enter the climb animation, we should just start this animation immediately. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this altogether for now. And just, maybe it's too big for the character size. You know, I was actually I had that conversation with the, oh, I missed your, comment, okay, type. But yeah, there is a difference between free to use and copyrighted or uncopyrighted. Yeah, for the, I was thinking of like what we should do about like all of the art in the game, and one thing that came to mind is like maybe we do want to add more colors to the game. It would definitely make the game more attractive, but at the same time, it's also an aesthetic to the game, and yeah, it's definitely something to consider. Like right now, you know, these are bricks, but I wonder how cool it would be, like, you know, sometimes we have these platforms up here, and, you know, maybe to better represent these, it could be made from wood or something. I don't know, or, like, show that it's made from wood by using brown. I don't know. I'm gonna be right back. I have to use the bathroom. Okay, we were gonna work on changing the animation state. So I think we're just entering the climb state. This should work properly. If we go back into our enter state here, just uncomment this. Yeah, we it's definitely like a cool idea, to go, like, to do that. We've thought about it too. And this works properly fine. This works properly too. So, you know what I think it is? What the bug was originally? It was that we were traveling to a certain animation. Let me see. They look fine now. Yeah, we were thinking of adding more colors to the game as you progressed. It's kind of hard to, like, figure out what you want to do when there's, like, other like mechanics to consider and stuff like that. Or what if having the game black and white is, like, the perfect theme for the game? But yeah, color would be very cool. And yeah, it would work well with the story. It's kind of like, you know, at first everything is mysterious and scary, but then at the end everything is colorful and beautiful. So it's a good idea. Okay, so I think, let's say we could keep it like this. And that means, with that in mind, maybe we want to get rid of the code here in our new animation tree. One second. You know, I might just test it out. I might test out adding color to the game. We'll see how it looks. Another idea would be to, like, have, like, there's special mechanics in the game. So, like, in the first chapter, you're just introducing the mechanics, but then in the second chapter, we have, like, these orbs that, like, help. My friend called them spirit trains yesterday, and that was a pretty cool name for them. But yeah, so I might actually switch it to spirit trains. We have these spirit trains in the game, and it'd be nice to maybe associate that that mechanic with a certain color. So, like, that might be blue. And then, you know, every time you see that object, it's always going to be blue. And then, you know, at the final chapter, you're gonna have these blue special objects. You might have red special objects, green special objects, stuff like that. And then that'll fill the entire game with color. Or having it so that every level has its own associated color. The game could still be black and white, but, you know, maybe our dash orbs could be purple, or maybe the background will be purple. Everything else would be black and white, stuff like that. Like Downwell, is that a game? Let's see. Oh yeah, right. You showed me this game. Yeah, exactly like Downwell. Does Downwell change colors? Like, right now it's red, but eventually it turns purple. Oh yeah, I see. So yeah, exactly like Downwell. Yeah, we'll have to figure out what the perfect combination of colors will be. I might mess around with that today, actually. But yeah, before we do that, I'm going to mess around with the code one more time to see if we could just optimize these animations real quick. So like right here, most of these animations are traveling rather than starting, but in this particular case, if we're in the wall slide or wall climb, we'll switch to the run jump. And so if our state is idle, or if our state is run, we switch to the run jump. But over here, what we could do the only issue with this I believe is that I don't want to have two different functions handling different situations. I'd rather it all be in the same spot. So maybe we'll keep it the way it is. I don't want to overcomplicate things. And that means maybe that we should get rid of this change animation tree function and just put everything here. Yeah, you unlock palettes. Exactly. Unlocking palettes would be a great idea. Oh, it's a configuration for the player? I didn't know that. There is this game that I played a while on the Switch. It's called Hue. I don't remember exactly how the mechanic worked, but you would like change colors. But the colors were a part of the mechanics. So like, you know, you would select a certain color, and then I think if you match the colors with the object, then you can interact with it. You know what's really embarrassing is my debugger, like the amount of errors in my game. This is one thing I really need to fix. I mean, this is not random range. What is this for? This is for our spikes. So we actually don't even use this anymore. Let's comment that out. We don't use the random number generator. I might use it eventually, but I'd like to reduce the amount of errors we get in our game. Okay, so what's next on our to-do list? I really should write a list of things that I should do on stream. Maybe I'll do it now. Alright, let's see. Oh, you know, there's one thing that we're gonna have to do, and that's changing the resolution of our game. Like, now that our cameras changed, we're gonna have to change the font, we're gonna have to change our main menu and everything like that. You're religious in making sure that there are no red errors. I wish I was like you. There are so many errors in my game. I mean, it's not like, it's like, yeah, I mean, it is errors. Or like, you know, warning signs and stuff like that. I have this bad habit of like, you know, if something works, I'm not going to change it. but I should start fixing it now before it starts like accumulating. Is it on these edge pieces here? I wonder. See, you know what I was thinking to do? I was thinking to add like dithering to the entire map or into the lighting system, where like you wouldn't see these lines unless you were very close to it or like the light was shining on it. That's one thing I want to work on. Red errors are what stop your game from running, or am I wrong here? Let me see. Red errors in the no, I think red errors let your game run. They still let your game run. Let me see. Because I mean, you might have saw that I was getting a red error. So like right here. Attempt to connect non-existent signal, change scene to method, no 2D fade out. So yeah, this doesn't exist, and it's a red error. And we have all of these yellow ones. Declaration next to wall conflicts with a variable with the same name. I mean, so like, I don't know, is this a bad practice to have a variable and a function with the same name? Yeah, that's something done through programming. Yeah. I'm going to I need to figure out what to do there. We might need to have like a mask on our game with like dithering just everywhere. I'll need to figure out what to do there. Oh, so yeah, once you compile it into an exe, there you can still have red errors and it won't crash your game. Like in the console here. So I mean this is what usually pops up. You get the same error. And this one doesn't exist anymore. I think we fixed it. Alright, so let's fix this main menu. We'll have to decrease our resolution to like yeah. I'm a like I'd rather be more like you, Runjin, in that way, where I fix everything that I like, all the issues that I see, but I think I've grown into this habit of just ignoring the errors, and it's kind of like, oh, if it works, it works. It's not a good practice. I'll have to fix that. Let's make this. This is our start, so let's make it inside, and we'll make it 15. change the yeah, it's definitely a habit you want to fix for larger games too. You might have missed it when when I mentioned this earlier, but this was actually my the second game I started working on using Godot. So like when I first started working using Godot, I was still. I mean, when first started working on this game, I was relatively new to Godot, and so like the habits stayed. So this is fine. We're gonna have to fix our main menu now, or like our options menu. And we're also gonna have to fix it for our player options menu. What's nice about switching to this new resolution is that what I had to do to like compensate for certain like because our resolution was so high, things like this wouldn't be pixel perfect, but now they are. So like I actually had to multiply this by like 20 or something to actually make it look like pixel art, or no, times 5. But now everything's gonna be like, you know, anything an artist draws on their screen is exactly how it's going to be seen in the game. Let's go into our... Oh, here. Seems like it's still scaling up though. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay. One thing that's kind of strange is that our camera seems to be slightly doesn't fit in our 8x8 grid unless our grid is incorrectly set up. It is 8 pixels. What's going on here? We're at 176 here. Should be at 180. Maybe it's just. Not really showing here. Let's go. Theme here. Hey, if for all of you Godot users, if you ever find something that I'm doing wrong, don't be afraid to like tell me. I know some people might be like afraid of criticizing someone, but I'll take any criticism I can get. I think especially with game dev, people are tend to be nicer. Like they'll be like, "Oh, you're doing a great job," when in reality, maybe you're not doing as well as you thought you were. Do something like that. Maybe bring these down a bit. So with this new resolution, okay, we'll change our stream. Yeah, exactly. I love being wrong too. And I'm always like, I've been programming for like, around 8 years now. Or, let's see, 2022. Over 7 years now. And, I'm fairly confident in my programming skills, but you never know. Sometimes you start to wonder, like, hey, am I actually good at programming? Or like, am I doing the right thing? Am I optimizing everything correctly? Is there something that I'm doing horribly wrong? That's always like in the back of my mind. Let's fix the options menu now to also fit in our screen. This one. This one here. Let's do. Let's figure. Maybe we'll do something smaller like this. Pixels down here. Oh wait, one thing I want to see with our menu. I'm actually curious as to why. Like our camera is slightly smaller. What? Huh. .320 by 180. 180. I mean, 8 fits perfectly into I wish I did more like. I mean, commenting is not too much of an issue for me. I know like a lot of like that's a huge debate among programmers where like whether or not you should be commenting a lot. I don't comment at all. They're basically just no comments in my code. But I'm also the only programmer, so like whenever I see a line of code, I know what it is. The game is deafening. Okay. I usually have the music muted in our game. Sounds. All right, take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by. Alrighty. Yeah, I want to figure out why. Maybe let me try restarting the engine. No, we're still getting this issue here. Jesus. So our camera is actually the correct size. We are 180 pixels, and yet these squares don't match up with it though. Or maybe let's look back down at this. 176. You know what it is? Actually, 180 is not divisible by 8. I made that mistake. So maybe we're just gonna have to decrease the size of our UI here, just to fit it inside. A lot of this is pretty small. We might have to find a better font. You also just put this up here. Yeah, I think we'll definitely have to have a new font. Or we could also try putting this menu in its, like, our menu doesn't have to be pixel art. We can increase the resolution of this here. So that we have more to work with. Right now. Whoops. Trying to get our. I'm just gonna shove everything into this menu for now. It's gonna look kind of ugly. Fun tinting? I don't know what that is. Oh, is that like messing around with the shading of each of... The font that I'm using right now is just like a default pixel art font. But it might be a good idea. Like I'm assuming this is like the hinting that you're talking about. So it says there's a tooltip here. I think hint is like if you were to hover over something, it'll show some other text. Assuming that's what it is. Eventually, we want to make it so that the option menu actually pauses the game. Right now, you can just press pause, restart. Do I know if hinting can be adjusted? Let's find out. If we go into just go into our main menu and see. Hinting normal, light. So yeah, I could change it from none to light to normal. Doesn't seem like it's making much of a difference. So. It might have to do with the font itself. It's like you have to like upload certain values to it and stuff like that, or like you can have different files for each of them. I do have all the files, but maybe I don't have it set up properly. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else for me to work on, at least right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream later today. If I do, it's probably going to be me redesigning all of these rooms, or maybe working on the new lighting system. Maybe we're going to figure out how to get like a mask going to add like the dithering to the game. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, thanks for watching. For my 2 viewers at the moment, one on YouTube, one on Twitch. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. See you guys around.